Look, folks, life is actually very simple, really very simple. If we don't force ourselves or our past, life flows on. The important thing is to adapt to this path without resistance. What we need is discipline and belief. There's something in quantum physics, the observer effect. The moment you observe something, you change its state, and you're doing that right now. But in the wrong direction. Every day you make a quantum leap, even when you wake up in the morning. But 3 seconds after that leap, you go back, because you're looking at the old reality. And that perspective erases the new reality. In this video, I'm going to give you a 48-hour protocol. And at the end of these 48 hours, quantum leaps will go out of theory for you, but only if you stay until the end of this video, because the last 2 minutes change everything. Part 1. You've already leaped, but you've gone back. Now let me tell you about a very simple experiment, a quantum physics experiment. You take an electron, you pass it through a slit. The electron passes through 2 places at once, just like a wave. But the moment you observe it, it fixes itself at a single point. It's no longer a wave. It's a particle at a single point. Your observation changes it. Now apply this to your life. Every morning you wake up. The moment of waking up is the 0 point. The brain hasn't fully opened yet. The past, the future, identity, everything is blurry. This is a quantum leap moment, because at that moment, you haven't yet chosen who you are. So what do you do 3 seconds later? You look at your phone, or the mirror, or the clock, and with that look, you say, "Ah, yes, this is who I am." The person you were yesterday becomes you again today. That's when the leap is canceled. But wait a minute. What if you had done something different in those 3 seconds? What if you had focused on the new reality instead of looking at the old reality? That's where the real quantum leap begins. Not in theory, but in practice. And most people never realize it. Now let me tell you something else. Every day you experience thousands of small leaps forward, but every time you come back, why? Because the brain is looking for something. Evidence. It's looking to see if this is true. And everywhere it looks, it finds the old reality. Because that's what it's looking for. It's a paradox. As long as you're looking for evidence, you're canceling the leap to the new reality. Because the act of searching for evidence means accepting that the old reality is still active. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want a new job. You wake up in the morning, you're at a 0 point. For a moment, you feel like you're working at that job. But then what do? You check your phone? Let's see if I've received any messages. That's when you come back. Because the question, "Have I received any messages?" contains the answer, "I'm not there yet." This isn't just true for big things. It happens at every decision point, every thought point. The brain is constantly thinking, is it from here or there? And you're constantly answering from here, because you're observing from here. So what's the solution? The solution is to change the way you observe. But this isn't positive thinking. This is something much deeper. In the second part, we'll remove 3 obstacles, and each obstacle will open a springboard. Before we move on to the second part, I know this information has been helpful so far, and I hope you enjoyed the video so we can continue. Chapter 2. Removing the 3 leap barriers. Barrier 1. Searching for evidence. This is the biggest trap. Human nature demands evidence. Show me, then I'll believe. But this doesn't work in quantum leaping. because the act of searching for evidence locks you into the old reality. Think of it this way. Searching for evidence means saying, it hasn't happened yet. And this thought of it hasn't happened yet sends a signal to the brain. Stay in the old reality. And the brain obeys? So what do? Stop searching for evidence? No. Instead of evidence, you look for traces. There's a difference. A trace is a small change, a feeling, a coincidence, a moment. Something you say, wow, today was different. That's a trace. Not evidence, but a trace. Because evidence means completed, while a trace means begun. And when you see a trace, don't magnify it. Just note it. Say, interesting, and move on. Because the moment you focus on it, you're trying to turn it into evidence. And searching for evidence creates a setback. Obstacle 2. The question. How will it happen? This question kills the mind, literally. Because the moment you say, how will it happen? The brain enters problem-solving mode. And problem-solving mode means there is a problem right now. And that's when the old reality kicks in again. Because the brain says, I don't know how it will happen, so it can't happen. And the quantum leap is canceled. But now stop. In quantum physics, there is no such concept as how. An electron passes through two places at the same time. How? We don't know. But it passes. We observe it, it happens. The same thing applies to your life. You need to give up the question, how will it happen? Replace it with the sentence, it is happening right now. The sentence is finished. Period. No how. Just, it is happening. This is very difficult, but once you get used to it, it's very powerful. Because when the brain lets go of the how question, it opens up to infinite possibilities. And within those infinite possibilities, there is room for a quantum leap. Obstacle 3. Sticking to past identity. This is the most insidious one, because identity is a very deep place. The statement, this is who I am, is a structure built over the years. And changing that structure is what most people fear most. Imagine you are in your 30s and you realize something isn't right. You want to change, but things aren't right, which is normal because you've been unknowingly misprogrammed. Now, erasing that code and starting over isn't easy. It takes time, but it's possible. But understand this, your past identity is the anchor of your old reality. As long as you say, this is who I am, you cannot make a quantum leap. Because being like this means not being otherwise. So what is the solution? Not erasing the past. Being flexible with the past. Instead of saying, I was like this, say, I was like this. Now I am something else. And don't try to convince yourself when you say it. Just say it. The brain will hear it anyway. And when the brain hears it, it will start making small adjustments. When you remove these 3 obstacles, you create space for a quantum leap. But that alone isn't enough. A protocol is needed, and that protocol takes 48 hours. Chapter 3. The 48-hour Quantum Protocol. This protocol will last 2 days, but not just 2 days. It's a system that targets specific moments. Every moment is a starting point. Are you ready? Day 1, Hour 0, Awakening Moment Intervention. Tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings, wait 10 seconds before opening your eyes. At that very moment, before you remember who you are, say a sentence to yourself. But this sentence is not, I want. It starts with now. Example, I am working at that job now. I am healthy now. I am free now. Just one sentence. Say it once. And then open your eyes. But don't look at your phone. Don't look in the mirror. Don't look at anything. Just carry that sentence. 30 seconds. That's it. It seems very simple, but it's very powerful because those first 10 seconds are the quantum zero point. And what you say at that point determines the frequency of the day. 1 to 2, day 2. Now. Phrases. Throughout the day, whenever the thought, I want, comes to mind, replace it with now. Just in your mind. You don't need to tell anyone, but change it every time. I want a car implies, I have a car now. I want to get better implies, I am getting better now. I want love implies, I am loved now. It's like a game, but this game recalibrates the brain because I want is the future tense, while now is the present tense, and the quantum leap happens in the present. Day 2, looking for clues instead of evidence. On the second day, keep your attention open, but don't look for evidence. Look for clues, small changes, different emotions, strange coincidences. Someone might tell you something unexpected. A message might come from somewhere, or it might just be a feeling like today is different. Note every clue you see, but don't interpret it. Just write, this happened today. That's all. Because interpretation means going back into proof-seeking mode, and that mode is an obstacle. Day 2, evening, continuity test. At the end of the second day, ask yourself, how many times did I revert to my old reality in these 48 hours? Be honest. How many times did you look at your phone and say, it's still not there? How many times did you think, how will it happen? How many times did you say, this is who I am? Every setback is a cancellation of a leap forward. But don't see it as a bad thing, just observe. Because observation is awareness, and awareness is the beginning of change. Look, friends, what happens varies from person to person, and desires never end. Some want little and get it quickly. Some want a lot, rush, create chaos, and unknowingly disrupt their timelines, ultimately failing and calling themselves failures. Look at successful people. They are the ones who spend a lot of time with themselves, first solving their problems internally, then holding large meetings to gather new information, and then making decisions based on this new information, internalizing them, believing in them, and starting to implement them. From the moment they start, or even before, they are enveloped in a sense of accomplishment and wholeheartedly promise themselves, I did this, I will do this. But they already feel as if they have succeeded and are happy. They also know the problems that arise along the way and move forward by finding solutions. At the end of these 48 hours, you will notice something. The quantum leap will no longer be a theoretical concept because you are experiencing it. Perhaps as a small trace, perhaps as a feeling, but you are experiencing it. And here's the main point. These 48 hours are a beginning, a trial. But you don't have to do this constantly, because once you understand the mechanism, you can apply it whenever you want. Every morning when you wake up is a turning point. Every I want thought is an opportunity. Every how will it happen question is a test. And as you become aware of these things, quantum leaping becomes your natural state. It goes from theory to practice, from practice to life. Want to try it? 48 hours? Just 48 hours. And if you try it, write, I just started in the comments. I want to see it. If this kind of content adds value to you, subscribe. Because in the next video, I will explain the continuation of this protocol. And in that video, I will show you what happens after 48 hours. That is, how to continuously leap. Don't miss it. Thanks.